Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the first annual United States-Kazakhstan Convention. If you haven't done so, please find your seats. I am Nabi Demirsoy and the Vice President of the Council of Turkic American Associations, and it's my honor to be your MC for such a meaningful and important convention this lovely morning. Today, we gather to celebrate the successful strategic partnership convention between the United States of America and Kazakhstan. Today, you will hear discussions and deliberations highlighting shared strategic interests and regional cooperation in Central Asia and Eurasia. The convention aims to move forward the existing partnership between the two countries, increasing strategic cooperation and opening new opportunities for long-term initiatives. The convention will explore the enormous partnership opportunities between Kazakhstan and the United States. I want to take just a few moments to thank our organizers of this event, the Embassy of Kazakhstan, Turkic American Alliance, Council of Turkic American Associations, and Turquoise Council of Americans and Eurasians. Please give them a loud applause. I also want to offer a special welcome to the elected officials who are here this morning. Holding public office is most certainly an important community service, and we want to thank them for their commitment and for spending some time with us this morning. So please give them a loud applause too. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our host, His Excellency Kairat Umarov, Ambassador of Kazakhstan to the United States, to the stage for his welcoming remarks. Please.
Thank you very much for giving me the floor. It's great to see everyone here in the audience. I see a lot of familiar faces. Thank you for being with us this morning. I would like, of course, to recognize my good friend, Acting Under-Secretary Rose Göttemüller, who is with us today. She works on non-proliferation arms control issues in the State Department. I just would like to mention a few things. When we first met, it was in Astana. We were holding a conference which was devoted to the anniversary of 29th of August when we stopped the nuclear testing in Kazakhstan. It happened even before Kazakhstan got independence in 1991, so it was unilateral action on Kazakhstan side. And we were organizing this conference, and we were taking the delegations coming from different parts of the world to Semipalatinsk area, to the testing site area. And we were spending the whole day just flying on the helicopter, visiting 3 places, in different places, and it was, I think it was a courageous act from her side, because we were visiting several places in that area, which was very much connected to the nuclear non-proliferation issues, which Kazakhstan stands for very actively. I would like also to recognize a very strong group of members of Congress which are here with us, and I would like to thank you for coming this morning. I know that it's chilly morning and weather is not cooperating with some of the events, but thank you for finding time from your busy schedules to be here. I want to thank co-organizers of today's event, and it's a very good friend of ours. It's a Turkic American Alliance. I would like to thank them for being partner with us to arrange this good convention. I would like to mention Farouk Taban, TA President, he is among us, Kemal Aksuz, and Furkan Kosar, whom I'm sure you know. Also, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Alan Spence. He is with us. He is also a co-organizer and sponsor of this event. He is CEO of News Desk Media. Alan, thank you very much. We have also among co-organizers Kazakh-American Friendship Council, and this is the council which was created by our diaspora in Texas. So I would like to thank them as well for being part of this event. Special thanks go to our delegation, the Kazakh delegates, which include Senator Serik Nugerbekov. He is from Kazakhstan. I would like to greet also Kanagat Lemisov and Pavel Chemeris. Both of them are from Astana Expo 2017 organizing committee. So they will be working on a very big event which will take place in the capital of Kazakhstan in 2017. It will be a big fair devoted to the energy of the future theme. So our delegates came here, they crossed the ocean to be with us on this Holidays Eve. For those of you who have never visited Kazakhstan, I would like to say that it's a great country. It's the 9th largest country in the world. It is very much friendly, open for cooperation. We would like to see all our friends to visit Kazakhstan, to see for themselves what is going on in the country. We have a very stable economy, stable political system. It is a country which is really looking forward. We would like you to visit Kazakhstan. You are most welcome to come and experience the famous Kazakh hospitality, beautiful landscape, and warmth of people of Kazakhstan. If you need a reason to visit Kazakhstan, I have good news. Next May 21st, 23rd, we are hosting the Astana Economic Forum, which is emerging as a new Davos-style gathering in Eurasia. It is serving as a good place for the meeting of the minds and doers on matters of global economy. For those who enjoy planning well in advance, again, I repeat, we will have in 2017 a fair Expo 2017, Energy for Future, and we will discuss their green and clean energy and energy efficiency. Both of these themes will be discussed today during the convention. We will start with the strategic partnership relations which we enjoy between the two countries. We will look at different aspects of it from the security point, from economic point, and we would like to talk about the strategic partnership which matters for both of the countries. And on the second session, I think it will be an interesting one as well, because we will be talking about concrete projects in Kazakhstan, good initiatives which we have, and that will be a strategy 2050. It's a long-term vision for Kazakhstan. I hope for those of you who has a vision for development of this region, that would be a session to be. I hope you will enjoy interesting and thought-provoking sessions which will help widen your perspectives of successful, growing, and strategic partnership which we have. So thank you very much for your support, and we very much looking forward to energetic and good discussion today, and I would like to wish every one of us a successful convention. Thank you very much. Just one more thing which organizers requested me to tell. It's to invite all the members of Congress here on the stage to have a family photo. I would like to ask Rose also to come on the stage, our delegation as well. And I see here my fellow ambassador from Kyrgyzstan, Please join us as well on the stage.
Good morning, Ambassador. Steve Lynch, Massachusetts. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Mr. Cuellar, Texas.
Yes, we.
How you doing, Henry? Good to see you, my pal. How are you? Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing? All right.
Marcus?
We can't, one of us needs to be on this side with all these handsome guys.
Hey, you got a problem with
Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. At least it's see-through, so.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So as you have seen, we have a lot of distinguished guests with us this morning. I would like to invite a couple of them to get their remarks about this important convention. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Henry Cuellar from Texas.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ambassador and my colleagues, I certainly want to say it's a pleasure being here. You know, one of the most important things we can do as two countries is to make sure that we look at the future, at the vision of what we want to be. And I think when we talk about security, and I think when we talk about economic ties, but also the culture exchanges, the exchanges of students, of professors, of scientific research. I think those are other levels that we need to look at. So to all of y'all, I say have a good holidays and God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. I also would like to invite another congressman from Massachusetts, Congressman Stephen Lynch, please.
Good morning. I must apologize. We had the White House Christmas party last night, so I know a lot of our members are coming in a little bit late and a little bit red-eyed. We were there quite late last night, but it's good to be with you. And we want to welcome the Kazakh delegation to Washington. We want to thank you, as well as the sponsors who are also listed, the Council of Turkic Associations, and the other Kazakh groups that are affiliated here, Nelson Mullins, all of the groups that have put this together. As my friend Mr. Cuellar said, we consider this a very important relationship, a very important international relationship, but also a very important personal relationship for culture and business and building democracy and building opportunities for trade between our countries. I'd like to thank Ambassador Umarov for your kind remarks this morning. Thank you, sir. Senator Nugeberov, thank you as well, sir, for your kindness in attending. In 2012, Assistant Secretary of State Robert Blake called the U.S. relationship with Kazakhstan, quote, the deepest and broadest of all the countries in Central Asia. And that is true to this day. Since the U.S. first recognized the Republic of Kazakhstan's independence in 1991, we have built an effective relationship. And under Nun Lugar, we have cooperated to eradicate weapons of mass destruction. And Kazakhstan was part of a coalition of efforts in Iraq and Afghanistan to protect our troops and provide support for our troops. And we continue to jointly combat transnational threats. The U.S. has supported ongoing Kazakh efforts to build its democracy, and we have also become solid trade partners with $2.5 billion in two-way trade in 2011. Successful strategic partnership, that's the name of this council, this convention, and it's a timely theme. Our world continues to face ever-evolving challenges, and strong alliances will be key to successfully taking on those challenges. I'm pleased to be part of this event that seeks to further strengthen the important relationship between our two nations. I know as a member of the Subcommittee on National Security and International Relations and the Committee of Oversight and Government Reform that we have a good presence here this morning, and also a very strong interest in the delegation visiting Kazakhstan soon. So congratulations and wishes for greatest success and safe travel. Thank you very much for sponsoring this event to strengthen U.S. and Kazakh ties. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. Our next speaker will be Rose Gottemiller, the Acting Undersecretary of State for Arms Control and International Security at the United States State Department. Please join me in welcoming Acting Undersecretary Rose Gottemiller.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here this morning, and thank you to Ambassador Umarov for his kind words of introduction. It was not that exciting helicopter ride, however, that was my first visit to Kazakhstan. My first visit was actually in 1996, when I was 1976, sorry, when I was a guide on a cultural exchange exhibit and had my first opportunity to spend several months in Almaty in the midst of winter when the snow was up to about here. So I know that Kazakhstan knows what true winter is about, but it was a great honor and a pleasure from that very early moment in my career to experience both the friendship and the hospitality of many citizens of Kazakhstan at that time. So I have enjoyed working with Kazakhstan over the years. I'd like to say today, though, and talk a little bit about the commitment that Kazakhstan has shown over these last 20 years to arms control and nonproliferation goals. That's my responsibility at the Department of State. Kazakhstan, under President Nazarbayev's leadership, has been a true world leader in this important area, and it is a core part of our strategic partnership. I know for many in this room today, you'll actually be focused on the economic and trade relationship, but I want to make you aware, and Congressman Lynch already mentioned the important cooperative threat reduction relationship. That's only a part of it. There's a lot more that has gone on in our relationship over the years, so I'm just going to say a few things. First of all, the United States is really looking forward to Kazakhstan's participation in the Nuclear Security Summit, which will be coming up March 24th and 25th this year in The Hague. Kazakhstan has really participated with great enthusiasm and also with a great resource base in the last two summits that have occurred. And President Nazarbayev has been an active participant both in 2010 in Washington and 2012 in Seoul, South Korea. So this time we are looking to applaud Kazakhstan's work to continue to secure vulnerable nuclear materials as part of the summit process. Just one example that I know a lot about is that Kazakhstan shut down the BN-350 reactor on the shore of the Caspian Sea and shipped its spent fuel to secure storage. On that famous helicopter ride, I got to see that dry storage site out in the middle of the steppes of Kazakhstan, very well protected, very well taken care of, and a real tribute to Kazakhstan's work in this area. So another area is the International Science and Technology Center. This is an area of great science cooperation over many years, and I wanted to thank Kazakhstan for its invitation to host the headquarters for the International Science and Technology Center, moving out of Moscow and to Kazakhstan. The ISTC, if you don't know much about it, it's a multinational organization that facilitates international science projects for former weapons scientists, from the former Soviet states, and it helps to bring them into international science projects and away from work on weapons of mass destruction. So it's been a very, very important entity over the last 20 years, and now it is moving into a new stage where Kazakhstan will play a lead role in hosting it. So we're very grateful for that. And last, I wanted to mention the IAEA Fuel Bank. This is an amazing project. Kazakhstan has been working with the United States to establish this. In April 2009, when President Obama gave his famous Prague speech, he talked about the necessity not only of reducing and eliminating nuclear weapons, but also getting our arms around the fissile material problem and giving states a way to participate in peaceful nuclear energy without having to themselves build the nuclear fuel cycle. So such a fuel bank would provide an emergency backup source of reactor fuel in the event that the international market could not meet a country's needs, and would thereby support the expansion of peaceful nuclear power without increasing the risk of nuclear proliferation. So it's a very, very important step. The IAEA Board of Governors, with strong U.S. support, approved the creation of the IAEA Bank in December 2010, and Kazakhstan was the member state that stepped forward to agree to host the fuel bank. So we're very grateful for that. We'll continue to work with Kazakhstan as they negotiate their arrangements with the IAEA. And I just wanted, again, to make you aware of the way that Kazakhstan is really playing a unique role in leadership of the international non-proliferation regime. So I think I'll stop there. I have a lot more notes. My staff's always very good at giving me a lot of notes, but I think those three highlights will give you a good sense of how Kazakhstan is playing a strong role in this area. I thank you very much for your attention this morning. Ambassador Umarov, all your colleagues from the embassy, thank you for organizing a great event and wish you all the best for your success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rose. Now I would like to invite Congressman Pete Olson from Texas, please.
Well, good morning. As we say in Texas, howdy, y'all. Again, my name is Pete Olson, and I'm from the energy capital of the world, Houston, Texas. I want to thank the Turkish American Council, the Turkish American Associations, the embassy, the ambassador, Mr. Umarov, for hosting this amazing event. This event is designed for one purpose: to strengthen ties between America and Kazakhstan. I'm on the Energy and Commerce Committee. There's no better area for our two countries to work together than energy. For 102 years, Kazakhstan has been a producer of oil and gas. The number 2 producer from the former Soviet Union states behind Russia. The players in that industry in Kazakhstan are the who's who of Houston, Texas: ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, Shell, and Chevron. One challenge for Kazakhstan is the fact that the country is landlocked. It doesn't have direct access to the ports it needs to thrive. But that problem is not unique. Kazakhstan was part of the Silk Road for over 2,000 years, the primary trade route between Europe and Asia. In fact, my good friend Kamal Aksuz led an event last year in Stafford, Texas, to celebrate the Silk Road. Kamal, how many people attended? 10,000? Over 40,000 people attended to get some appreciation for the culture and the common ties between America and Kazakhstan. Again, we're here to celebrate and enhance relationships between our two countries. And I'll close by extending an invitation for all of y'all to come to Houston, Texas. If you come sometime in late February, early March, you'll be there for rodeo. That's a fun time to be in Texas. But please come, because together our countries can both thrive. As we say in Congress, I yield back the balance of my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Now it is my pleasure to invite Serik Nugarbekov, who is a member of the Senate in the Parliament of Kazakhstan, co-chairman of the Eurasian Economic Club of Scientists Association, and co-founder of Astana Economic Forum. Serik Nugarbekov is Senator of the Parliament of the Kazakhstan since October 2012. He is a member of the Senate Finance and Budget Committee. He served as head of Social and Economic Monitoring Department of the Presidential Administration between 2009 and 2012, and director of the Institute for Economic Research at the Ministry of Economy and Budget Planning between 2007 and 2009. He holds a degree in economy from the Karaganda Cooperative Institute and a PhD in economy. Please join me in welcoming Senator Nugarbekov.
Разрешите мне от имени депутатов Сената парламента Республики Казахстан поприветствовать участников Американо-Казахстанского конвента, Американо-Казахстанского форума. Я желаю нам всем плодотворной работы. Хочу выразить особую благодарность послу Республики Казахстан в Соединенных Штатах Америки господину Умарову. Большое спасибо нашим коллегам из Турции, которые очень много помогают из Турецкой ассоциации. Я хочу всех участников форума, всех, кто сегодня участвует, пригласить на Астанинский экономический форум и Всемирную антикризисную конференцию, которые пройдут 21-23 мая 2014 года в городе Астана. Хочу вам проинформировать, что я только приехал из Нью-Йорка. До конца этой недели планируется принятие резолюции Генеральной Ассамблеи Организации Объединенных Наций, где будет поддержана инициатива правительства Республики Казахстан по проведению Всемирной антикризисной конференции на уровне министров финансов, министров экономик и руководителей центральных банков. Мы первую Всемирную антикризисную конференцию в мае текущего года провели, приняли Астанинскую декларацию, приняли основные направления мирового антикризисного плана. На данный момент на коммуникативной платформе G-Global идет очень активное обсуждение данного мирового антикризисного плана. Мы планируем силами всего мирового сообщества, а у нас на форуме участвовали представители 136 государств. Главным организатором форума является Евразийский экономический клуб ученых. Мы планируем принять мировой антикризисный план в 2014 году, чтобы в 2015 году или 2016 году могли его представить на уровень глав государств и правительств. На данный момент идет очень большая работа. И в онлайн-режиме уже идет обсуждение. Размещено более 7 тысяч докладов и рекомендаций. И мы надеемся, что в мае 2014 года наши два таких больших мероприятия пройдут удачно. Я вас еще раз приглашаю в Астану, еще раз приглашаю на Астанинский экономический форум и Всемирную антикризисную конференцию, а также прошу вас активнее принимать участие на коммуникативной площадке интернет в онлайн-режиме, для того, чтобы мы вместе с вами могли бы выработать мировой антикризисный план для стран, государств, членов Организации Объединенных Наций. Спасибо вам большое.
Spasiba, Senator. Thank you. Now I would like to invite another Texan to the stage. Please join me welcoming Congressman Steve Stockman from Texas.
Well, I can't, as my colleague from Texas said, we always do say y'all. And so I'm also from Houston, and we have great ties with your country, and I keep pushing for Houston to always have direct flights to any country in Central Asia. And we do have, in my district, we have 87 refineries. We produce about half of all the gasoline in the United States, and we're honored to increase our ties and our relationships, and thank Kamal for all the work he does and on behalf of the Turkish Institute. And I just can't tell you how grateful I am to be honored to be invited here, and hopefully every year this will grow and increase our ties, increase our commitment to each other. And I want to thank you for inviting me, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Now I would like to change our direction to the Northeast, and now we have a New Yorker, and I would like to invite Congressman Hakeem Jeffries to the stage, please.
Mr. Ambassador, distinguished members of Congress, colleagues in government from both here and abroad, all of the attendees, good morning. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you. I have the honor of representing the 8th Congressional District in Brooklyn, New York. New York, of course, is home to a significant Kazakh population in addition to Texas. And we found that the contributions of the community have been tremendous across a wide spectrum, just as the relationship between the United States and Kazakhstan is incredibly significant. Meaningful geopolitically, strategically, culturally, and economically. This is a wonderful convention, a step further in the direction of strengthening the ties between our two countries, and I look forward to continuing the work in that regard. God bless you. Have a wonderful convention.
Thank you, Congressman. Now I also would like to invite Congressman Jim Bridenstine from Oklahoma, please.
Well, I appreciate Ambassador, you being here, and I appreciate the Turkic-American Alliance putting this together. I'll just share briefly some of my personal experiences with Kazakhstan, going back to my experience as a Navy pilot. It wasn't shortly after September 11th that Kazakhstan enabled us to overfly the nation, and that was critically important for our country at the time. And certainly there was efforts to help us with basing and support of our troops, and even today support with the International Security Assistance Forces, non-lethal support that Kazakhstan provides, which is critically important for our security. And it's not lost on me as somebody who not only flew combat in Afghanistan, but also in Iraq. Kazakhstan provided demining activities in the nation of Iraq shortly after the war began there. And then beyond that, water purification in the nation of Iraq. So Kazakhstan has been a great partner with the United States for a very long time, and we want to make sure we continue this relationship. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman. Now I would like to invite another New Yorker. Please join me in welcoming Congresswoman Grace Mank from New York.
Good morning, Mr. Ambassador, and all our wonderful guests here, and especially to our New Yorkers. Welcome to Washington, D.C. I'm so proud to be here today, and really not just here to learn from all of you throughout this convention, but to celebrate the wonderful partnership and friendship between the United States and Kazakhstan. I know that this conference will do even more to increase the strategic cooperation and to open new opportunities for long-term and newer initiatives between our two countries. As a House Foreign Affairs Committee member, I will continue to work hard to promote our relationship and to develop this friendship. I hope one day to visit Kazakhstan and to actually witness all the wonderful stories and beauties that I have heard about this morning and for so many months from so many of our friends here today. But I too want to, on behalf of my family and also United States Congress, wish all of you a very safe and healthy and happy holidays. Thank you so much for inviting me, and have a successful convention.
Thank you, Congresswoman Meng. And now I would like to invite a congressman from a beautiful state, which is North Carolina, Congressman Mark Meadows, please.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to speak a little bit this morning from my heart and say welcome to Washington, D.C., to our nation's capital. But more importantly, thank you for a friendship that so many have already eloquently talked about in the past. But this is really more about the future and how we can work together, not only as strategic partners, but had the pleasure of dining with the ambassador the other evening, my wife and I. And quite frankly, it's a relationship built on trust and friendship. And that's really what this is all about. This is about having that mutual respect and trust and friendship that provides a foundation for us to invest together, to work together, and to make sure that our two countries prosper going forward. Because it's real easy for us to concentrate and look at the past and celebrate what is good about that without really focusing on the future. You know, our conversation that evening looked at the future and how we could work together and how we could make sure that investment in our two countries is one that is not only mutually beneficial, but one that exponentially grows the prosperity, the well-being of the people that each of us represent. So it is truly with a heartfelt thank you and friendship that I come this morning to say welcome. I wish you the very best in this conference, and I look forward to working with you, whether it's here in Washington, D.C., or with regards to our companies in North Carolina and across the state as we invest more closely together in our mutual prosperity. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Congressman. I wish I was in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina right now instead of the cold weather. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Faruk Taban, who is the president of Turkic American Alliance and one of the main organizers of this convention. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Faruk Taban.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ambassadors, Ambassador Umaro, and Honorable Member of the Kazakh Senate, Serik Nugarbeko, and Honorable Member of U.S. Congress, as I mentioned several over here, Congressman Lynch, and Branstein, and Meng, and I saw several members already left because of their commitments earlier. So welcome, and distinguished friends, to guests to our first annual U.S.-Kazakhstan Convention. We are so excited to organize this very meaningful event. This world is a dynamic one. Global movements and its key players are constantly changing. Imagine just a quarter of a century ago, Kazakhstan was simply an idea. And one of the most important leaders of our time was imprisoned in South Africa. Today, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of Kazakhstan as an independent post-Soviet republic while mourning the loss of great Nelson Mandela, who, if I may quote President Obama, now belongs to the ages. Both enshrine the global values of democracy and freedom. They are sources of great inspiration to global community. Kazakhstan has achieved so much since its independence. It maintains an individual partnership action plan with NATO, and it has played a critical role for years through the Northern Distribution Network. And it is one of the world's top exporters of oil. These accomplishments, however, while remarkable, are far outshined by its potential. And I'd like to point out a completely different area of its potential, and that lies in the education of its youth. As we speak, 800 of Kazakhstan's brightest students are studying in 42 universities across the United States through the Bolashak program, which was initiated by the President Nazarbayev in 2005. I personally witnessed their well-being in Denver, specifically in Golden School of Mines, when I was a faculty at the University of Denver. Couple words about our organization, which is a co-sponsor for this event. And TAA, Turkic American Alliance, was established in 2010 as an independent, non-partisan, and non-governmental umbrella organization, whose mission was to improve the political, economic, and social standings of Turkic Americans living here in the United States. In doing so, we see ourselves as facilitators of trade, commerce, societal inclusion, and international relations among the US and Turkic states, and among Turkic Americans and other American communities. So far, TAS has organized 3 large-scale Turkic American conventions. The last one in particular saw a wide variety of participants and was considered the most significant Turkic American gathering in DC. And Turkic American Alliance has also begun to co-organize country-specific conventions, such as this one, in addition to 2 Azeri-American conventions and a Kyrgyz-American convention just took place 3 weeks ago. I wish all the participants having productive meetings and salute the Kazakh Embassy for the sponsorship for this event, and our member federation specifically, from New York, Furkan Koşar, and from Texas, Kemal Öksüz. I offered Furkan to be a duet for me over here, but he didn't want to come. So I am to present and welcome you guys. And one final note, we were expecting several members, especially from the Congressional Black Caucus, over here. They are scheduled to be here, but unfortunately, they are in the President Mandela's funeral. So thank you very much, and I hope very productive and fruitful convention for all of you. Thank you.
Now it's my honor to invite Congressman Pete Gallego from Texas to get his remarks. Thank you.
Buenos dias and greetings from the wonderful state of Texas. I just wanted to take a moment to talk about the importance of the relationship. The truth is that all of us do what we do in order to make our world a better place for our kids and for our grandkids. And now that we have a global economy and the world is really so small in so many ways, those global relationships are more important now than they have ever been. And so the ability to work with organizations like this, to work with individuals like you, to make sure that our relationships remain strong and continue to grow and continue to mature over time, that's an incredibly important thing. And it's important not only in the area of national relationships, the bilateral relationships, but frankly, it's incredibly important on an individual basis as well. Because at the end of the day, it's all about those individual relationships and those kids and those grandkids. So thank you all for what you do. I look forward to my visits, and I look forward to also getting to know all of you on an individual basis. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Congressman. I also would like to invite Congressman Doug Collins from Georgia, please.
Good morning. Oh, good morning for everyone, as we have. It's a little early. Coffee will kick in soon. It will be good. I just want to thank you for letting me come this morning. It was such a great partnership, Kamal and our friends here. United States and Kazakhstan's relationship is really indicative of the world right now. Finding partners that we can work with, partners that understand the world in the situations and the developments we have for our partnerships that advance democracy and advance freedoms. One of the things that I look at serving on the House Subcommittee on Asia and Pacific is looking at how that region right now and the stability and instability that can come from that region. We need to have strategic partnerships such as the one with U.S. and Kazakhstan as we look forward to. I'm also a member of the military still here in the United States. I serve in the Air Force, and the joint exercise with Step Eagle, which is a counterterrorism program, has been very important. I think a very great step in a really a very practical way that our two countries have worked together to not only forward the partnership that we have economically, but also militarily in an area that stability needs to be found, and I think our two countries can do that as well. Also, frankly, just from the Kazakhstan perspective, looking at it, is the relationship with our democracy and your democracy, is the Kazakhstan's understanding that they need to reach out and your need to reach out to the world around them in your development of a group such as our USAID, where you can actually help others in other countries, and especially the work with Afghan and education. And that is something that I believe is the key to building any relationship, whether it's here in the U.S. or in Kazakhstan or the world. That's why, for me, it is important to build these strategic relationships. It's important to be here this morning to support and say, let's continue to move forward, and to be here with my other colleagues from the House that I see and others that may be here to say we stand with you and stand behind what this strategic partnership does. And I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman. As we are reaching to the end of our breakfast program, I would like to thank one more time to our organizers, the Embassy of Kazakhstan, Turkic American Alliance, Council of Turkic American Associations, and the Turquoise Council of Americans and Eurasians. Thank you for your dedication and support to the success of the United States-Kazakhstan Convention, and please join me just giving them another big applause. Thank you. And a friendly reminder, don't forget that there will be two important sessions following this breakfast. Session 1 will be about United States-Kazakhstan relations, strategic partnership, and it will be held in the room Columbia A, and it will start at 9:15. And the second session will be starting at 11 a.m. in the same room, and it will be about the strategy, Kazakhstan 2015 long-term vision. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us this morning. And I would like to just thank you again, attending to our first annual convention, United States-Kazakhstan Convention. And please enjoy your breakfasts and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.